Okay, now let's move on to the titration method. I just realized that I did something wrong. I did not read this. It's the determination of reagents. I thought it was the determination of the method. So actually all of this is kind of wrong. Okay, so I'm going to erase all of this. Okay, so let me get my eraser, erase all of this nonsense here. Taking a bit long to erase. Okay, computer is a bit laggy. It is actually a top up in terms of the acid with excess insoluble MCV method. So because we're going to talk about the determination of reagents, so let's look at it. Remember I was saying, how do we prepare for the reagents? The cation will always be an MCB, the anion will always be the acid. So for copper 2 sulfate, this will form, copper 2 will form the MCB, while the sulfate will actually form the acid. Now the acid is very straightforward. If I got sulfate, the acid obviously will be, okay, sulfuric acid. Now, what is the base carbonate or metal that I want to react with? You see now, sulfuric acid, I can react it with a copper metal, copper carbonate, or copper oxide. So it can be copper metal, it can be copper oxide, copper hydroxide. Let's always consider whether it is whether the substance is reactive or not. So this is an exception here where actually we cannot use the copper metal because copper is okay, it's unreactive. You put it with acid, it will not react. So therefore, the reagents is only sulfuric acid with copper carbonate, copper oxide, or copper hydroxide. Okay, let's look at the next one. We got silver nitrate. Okay, silver is the cation, so obviously this will form the MCB. Nitrate obviously forms the acid, because that is the anion. Nitrate. What kind of acid can we get obtained from nitrate? You actually get your nitric acid. So nitric acid can react with either your silver metal, it can react with your silver carbonate, it can react with your silver oxide, or silver hydroxide. These are the four options available. Then you must assess every one of them. Now, honestly, once again, silver metal is actually also unreactive, so it doesn't react. So we cannot consider silver metal. Silver metal unreactive when you put. Okay, so we are down with silver carbonate, silver oxide, or silver hydroxide. That's how we can prepare it. Next up, let's look at this iron trichloride. So I've stated just now, okay, chloride will be the acid, iron 3 will be the MCB. So from here, I've actually stated all the various type of things. Okay, for chloride, obviously it will be hydrochloric acid. For iron 3, it can either be the iron metal, iron 3 carbonate, the iron 3 oxide, or the iron 3 hydroxide. Any one of them will be fine. Okay, you can use any one of them. Now, last one, calcium nitrate. So nitrate will form the acid because it is the anion. Calcium, because it's the cation, it will form the MCB. So calcium and nitrate. So nitrate, obviously, if I need it to become an acid, nitrate will obviously be obtained from the nitric acid. For calcium MCB, so I can either use the calcium metal, calcium carbonate, I can use calcium oxide, or calcium hydroxide. Any one of them is fine actually. Okay, but actually not all of them are fine, sorry. Remember, it must be an insoluble MCB. Remember, calcium hydroxide, is it soluble? No, it is not. Calcium hydroxide is soluble. So therefore, it cannot be used to prepare calcium nitrate because this is soluble. Therefore, these are actually the reagents we can use for the acid with excess insoluble MCB. Okay, for each of the various substances here. Copper 2 sulfate, silver nitrate, iron 3 chloride, calcium nitrate.